Good morning, and it is day 26 on the OCT, 7:46 a.m. and we are just leaving the hotel, which is right across the street from this lovely view. Beautiful out there. That's the direction that we are heading this morning. We have 1.8 miles to go on the beach before we have a short road walk, and then we'll head up into the hillside a bit. This is a little interesting walk here through the apparently we're going the wrong direction. All right, well, we're going this way to get to the beach. Beautiful day so far, barely a cloud in the sky. We are going to be going up into the hills then a little bit later after that, into the hills, I guess. Probably not much of a hill, but at least into the trees and away from the beach for a little while. And at some point we will hope to have a hitch through some section, about a 6 mile or so section of the Route 101 that is not really a favorable walk, so we're going to try to get around that, and then from what we understand, by the time we get to the end of the day where we're going to be doing some camping on or near the beach, we are going to have some cool caves potentially. Hopefully we're going to get there when the tide is still low enough. Maybe some sea caves and some other fun things to see right along the beach, right by where we're camping. So really excited to see that. We're gonna try to get there as soon after lunchtime or so that we can, so that we can enjoy those things. In the meantime, this is our view for the morning. It is really nice. The tide is heading out, so we should have some good sand to walk on here this morning. We'll share whatever views we can with you. This out here is apparently the Redfish Marine Preserve, right out there. Okay, we've just turned off of Route 101 to continue on old Route 101.
The OG.
The OG 101. That's right. Here it is. A much narrower road than the current 101. So we're going to be on this for a little while. I'm not sure exactly how long, but hopefully we get off onto a trail. But in about 3.5 miles or so, we'll get back to the current 101, and that's when we're going to try to hitch. And we'll see how that goes, because if you've been following us for any length of time since we started the PCT, you'll know that hitching doesn't always go very well for us. So this old Route 101, shortly after we got on it, went through a gate, and now we've been going through this completely closed to traffic section, as it appears. Although it still must be used for something, like nature walks or something, for this state park that's here, because we've seen some signs, and here's a
Lady Fern.
Yeah, we've seen some signs for some that are pointing out what some of the trees are and things like that. So people will still come up here and walk on this and use it for something. I think, outside of the OCT. But we should be done with this here shortly. We're going to hit a gravel road coming up. Looks like there's another gate right up here, and then we'll get back out to the new 101 shortly. And we finally joined a trail. This is a nice dirt path here. We won't be on it very long, maybe a mile or so. But so far this is nice, other than it's an elevation that we haven't had to do a lot of on this trail. So puffing a little bit to get up this hill. Looks like there's a switch back there though. Well, we just tried hitching for the last, 4 miles or so along 101, and no go. That is our luck. So we kept walking while we were hitching, and nobody slowed down even the slightest. So there's a 1.5 miles, 2 miles yet to where we need to get off to the beach. So we decided to come up here and take this side road, this Blue Blaze trail, to avoid just walking on the highway. It's just really, walking on that shoulder is, besides being dangerous, it's just a little nerve-wracking. So we're going to do this, take this, and this will connect us right back to the trail in approximately 1.5 miles. So where we would want to get back on the water. So that's what we're doing, and see if there's anything good to show you here. And we have made it to Arizona Beach, which is our final destination for today. Right up there is a day use area, and we just took our lunch there, relaxed for a few minutes, but didn't want to take too long because the tide is coming in at this point. Low tide was just over 2 hours ago. So we want to finish up our day here. We got about just under 2 miles to go, but we want to get this done before the tide comes in too far. And also, from what we hear, there's some stuff that we might be able to see up here if the tide is low enough. It's probably some tide pools, and there's supposed to be a sea cave. It might be too high of a tide now to see that, but we'll see when we get up there. Apparently this is a really neat section of beach that you might want to think about visiting at some point. And high tide tomorrow morning is a little after 8 o'clock, so it'll be a little too late for us to just wait around for low tide, because we got a long day to do tomorrow as well. From what I understand, I'll look it up later a little bit more, but that there was a seaport up here just around the area where we're going to be camping tonight at one time. Now there's it's a national park. I don't think there's anything there in particular, but the land is reserved at least. All right, it's a rock scramble because that way we'd be swimming. So we're gonna find our way up and over this because camp is on the other side somewhere. All right, we'll figure it out. We did it, we conquered it. That was the Mahoosuc Notch of the Oregon Coast Trail. That was, wow. That's those are some pretty significant boulders, and I don't know, I thought it was fun, but not easy, and with a heavy pack it's definitely makes it harder. All right, here we go. We're just going right up there to camp. We got, well, half mile or less, so right up there around the corner somewhere. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 26 on the OCT. And today we did, what did I say, 14.8, something like that, miles. We started out by leaving the town of Port Orford, thank you, which lo and behold does have a port. We saw it as we were leaving town. I took a picture of a funny sign that says Port of Port Orford. Anyway, we walked the beach for about 2 miles.
Which was nice.
That was nice. And then we did a little bit of road walk, briefly.
Yeah, we did have some woods as well.
Yes, but that led over like a very short road walk led us over into some wooded area.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that was Old 101 as well.
Yes.
We had that this morning.
Yeah.
Which was it was nice.
Yeah, it was
kind of took us high, so we were actually then able to see some of the coastline otherwise.
Yeah. It was a nice walk. So that was 7 miles ish, and then we took us down to the current 101 highway, which is where we tried to start hitching. And after 4 miles of trying to hitch, and we were walking during that whole time, obviously, along the highway, along the shoulder, trying to hitch with every car that passed. No one stopped.
We hardly even slowed down.
Yeah, barely slowed down.
Over.
Right. Yeah, a few got over, more so the bigger trucks.
Yes.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I thought for sure that we would. I was really hoping that we would have something today to cut out some of those miles of road walk, but we could have walked. We would have walked on 101 2 miles farther, but there was a blue blaze then again that took us off that road proper, and again I think it was on 101, the old 101.
It might have been.
Maybe, I'm not really sure. But that ultimately brought us back down to the beach, reconnected us with the actual trail.
Correct.
So, and that wasn't so bad. I mean, it was a gravel road.
It was nice. But we just knew that there wasn't going to be any cars zipping past us.
Right. And again, it was higher elevation, so we could kind of look down on the ocean a little bit. So that was nice.
Yeah.
And then that brought us out to Arizona Beach,
which
is, you can see there behind us. So that was a recreation area that we came into. We had lunch there at some picnic tables.
At 1 o'clock.
Yep, got waters. It was really nice. Just hanging out there for a little bit.
It didn't stay too long though.
No, because we gave our feet a break, but low tide was at 11:30ish this morning, and all this behind us. The beach walk that we had to do, and in particular, I'll show you when I show you the campsite. There's a big pile of boulders that we had to climb over.
It's a narrow beach, so at this point in time, it's the water is definitely encroaching on the beach itself, and then it's just cliffs.
Right. So we got there about 3 hours after low tide because we weren't able to hitch, and so the beach was fine.
Yes.
And we had some rocks on the ground that we had to get through as well, but nothing that we haven't done before on other trails.
Right.
But then what we didn't realize was that big pile of boulders that, unless you're there at low tide, you're not getting around them. You have to go over them. So, so that was a fun scramble. getting over that. I know you didn't think it was fun.
No, it's just when you have 25 pounds on your back, it just changes your balancing on those boulders and stepping down and up and things like that. So it's done. We made it through. We made it through,
up and over that, and then we had just a little bit farther to come here to where we're camping. So I'm cutting off
Which is a lovely space.
It is a lovely space. We weren't exactly sure where we're still not sure exactly where we should be or shouldn't be maybe camping, but we found this nice overlook here. It's got a great view of the ocean actually on both sides of us. So it's really a great spot. It's not quite where the marker is on our app that says beach camping, but it's close enough. So anyway, tomorrow we have, I forget what the total mile was, 15 miles to get to the next town of Gold Beach. However, we are going to try to hitch half of that.
First 7 miles, I think, roughly.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, it's all road walking. It's not even like good road walking where you can see something. Most of it, it's just road walking. There is a short section of beach in the middle of that, but it doesn't make sense for us to hitch for just a couple of miles, get out, walk a few miles, then hitch again, and So we're going to try to hitch and then walk into town from there. So that's tomorrow.
Yep.
So I think that's it for day 26. Mm-hmm. So I'll give you a tour of the campsite, show you this wonderful view that we have here, and give you a shot of what the beach looked like that we just came over in mid-tide. So, all right, have a good night, everyone.
Night.
All right, so here is our campsite for the night. It is just this flat area that we found, kind of up away from the rising tide here, and I'll show you the cliffside that's right on the other side of our tent. But that's pretty much it. The marker for the tent site on the Far Out app is somewhere over that way on the other side of that hill. We kind of took a little walk up there, didn't really see anything that was much better than this, or really good at all. So this is our view for the night. It is gorgeous. This is a fantastic view. The Arizona beach is right up there. I'm forgetting it. I will put it in. This beach here, immediately in front of us, may have a different name, but we just did 2 miles of hiking there to get here from the Arizona Beach recreation site, and right over there is the huge pile of boulders that we had to clamber over, and because the tide was midway up, the water was already up to the bottom of those boulders. It wasn't as far up as it is now, fortunately, so when we came down up and over the boulders and came down to the beach on the other side, we still had plenty of beach to kind of put our feet on. But we weren't quite sure what that was going to look like, and based on some comments, you should do it as low a tide as possible. Well, they were right. This has a name that I will also put in there, I believe, but there is a big cave in the bottom of it, right over there, that there are some comments on as well. I guess you can go in there. There are people in there right now, it looks like. We did not go in there. Maybe someday we'll come back and do that. But on the other side of our camping spot, we have this beautiful view. And this is just amazing. We have this all around us tonight. We only have a couple more nights out, so this is one of the nicest ways to end with these views here. And it's nice and warm today. It's starting to finally cool off a little bit, actually. So we're really starting to enjoy the evening, and we're still waiting for that elusive whale to show up out there. All right, hope everyone is well. I'll leave you with this gorgeous shot.